Hey everyone, Mr. Andrew here, here with a ROM review for Wicked V5. This ROM is very, very decent. I've been running it for a day and a half now, so it's been really, really good and pretty stable for me as far as I can speak for that. I chose the ICS Blue version, installed Google Now and a couple of other things that are in the Aroma installer. Included in this ROM is a custom boot up sound, which you may be able to hear. So I'll go ahead and start at the lock screen. You have your regular Samsung ICS lock screen with only 3 at the bottom, and for some reason the 4th was omitted from this build. I'm not sure why. But what you do is you take these and you slide up and it'll take you right into phone, messaging, and camera. I'll go ahead and just start at the home screen. You just swipe away to unlock. The stock TouchWiz launcher, so you can kind of add and remove your home screens, move them around, do whatever you need to do with them. And it comes with the stock TouchWiz widgets pre-installed, and it's actually pretty speedy. One of the things they said to do was to turn some animations down, so I went ahead and did that. So by sliding this lock screen down and clicking on settings, if you go all the way down to Wicked Dev options, you're able to scroll down some more. Window animation scale, I set it to 0.5. and transition animation scale to 0.5, and that makes it really speedy. So this is stock things rebranded as Wicked Dev options. Instead of developer options, they put Wicked in there. So we'll go ahead and screen security. Everything's pretty much the same. Everything is the same as stock TouchWiz. You got your face unlock and your swipe, and you can even set it to none. If you notice down here, usually these are illuminated. They give the option under display to turn these touch light keys. They're the touch key lights. I have them always off. You can set them to 1.5, 6 seconds, always off or always on. Set them to always off just to save a little bit of battery, but that turns them right back on. Also, they got brightness. They have a patch in here, I believe, to make it better auto brightness. So they modified that. They have the motion. They still have all the motion things from stock TouchWiz. And one of the really, really cool things is you take your hand, you swipe it across the screen, it takes a screenshot for you. LED indicator, you can have it for charging, low battery, and missed event. I'm pretty sure that's stock TouchWiz too. I haven't had it stock ever, so there's that. Under wallpaper, you got home, lock screen, home and lock screen, so you can change the wallpaper. Comes with a bunch of different ones. Actually, Beautiful Live Wallpaper is mine, and so is Double Twist Swiss Clock. Those are installed apps that I bought. We'll go into sound, and you have your volumes just like stock. Music effects, they added Awesome Beats, which is the Beats sound effects, so they went ahead and put that in there. Device vibration, you can change it to have it jingle bell whenever it rings. So I don't know if that's stock or not as well, but that's in there. Haptic feedback, your sounds, all that good jazz. They do have Wi-Fi calling, which I use. Tethering and mobile hotspot, you have to have that on your T-Mobile account in order for it to be used. It'll let you start it up, but as soon as your computer connects to it, the only thing it'll let you go to is that splash page for T-Mobile on how to add it to your account. S-Beam works flawlessly, NFC works flawlessly. Sharing media through DNLA is flawless as well. So we'll go down power saving, you have that as well. Application manager, same stuff. Accounts and sync, same stuff, nothing new there. So let me go into here. You got your Awesome Beats. It's pre-installed, and it's an equalizer that you can set, and you can set them to whatever is better for your ears, or if you like it better. They also put in where is this at? Oh, the Walkman player. Very, very nice looking. I don't know. It kind of looks Windows Phone 7-ish, but you'll go up here to My Music and you can look at all the artists. And then, let's see, let's do some Alisana. The only thing I haven't been able to see is my album art.
A story that will torture your thoughts by day.
And then you also are able to press menu and then sound enhancements, and that brings up your Awesome Beats. Haven't found anything really special in this. I can't edit the music info for some reason though. The only thing I can really get into is the settings, but yeah, I haven't been able. See, it has the album art and everything, but it won't show up right here. I'm not sure. I guess you can get extensions somewhere on the Play Store. You can get extensions for it. So that's a really nice addition to it. You also have your video player. There's also quick panel settings. So if you swipe down, you'll have brightness, and then you'll have your toggles up here. I went ahead and took off the Wi-Fi tether because I can't use it anyway. The flashlight, let me go ahead and turn it on. Flashlight works, as well as everything else. You can turn off and on your different things. But in your app drawer, you'll have quick panel settings. You have the option to hide it on change. The widgets, the different widgets that you have that are up here, and it takes them off immediately. So toggle lock screen, where's that at? And it brings it right in there automatically. Take it off and it's automatically out. So everything works there. I haven't had any issues with that. The only problem is that it's really large, so when you have it in landscape, you really have to scroll down to see your notifications. I don't know if there's any way to make them on top, but as far as I know, that there's not. We'll go ahead and talk about, and then widget button order, so you can move them up and down and have it just the way you like it. Now we'll talk about my battery life, which has been pretty decent, honestly. I use Juice Plotter to go ahead and do that because I reboot my phone a couple times a day. So we'll let this load and go to help. So 6 hours and 13 minutes left from 66%, which is phenomenal. I haven't gotten anything like that on any other of my phones. But if you want to see here, looks like I unplugged it from my car charger. It was at 100% at 11:50. Yeah, around 11:50 a.m. and it slowly decreased because I use it all the time, and I finally had to put it on the. It got down to about 27% at 6:30 p.m. So pretty decent battery life. I can't really show you screen on time or anything like that. I don't know if it saves. I don't think it saves it after reboot. But whoops. Battery. Oh yeah, it does. So my screen on time, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Yeah, it's not going to really show a lot. There's the graph if you want to see that. Hopefully this will. So there's my screen on time. Charging was only right here. So that was at work, and then on the drive home, and then just a few minutes ago. So it's actually been pretty decent throughout the day with usage pretty much all day. So that's really decent actually. And I've been using this app that shows where you're at, and it shows where you get 4G and 3G, and it's kind of just a data collection tool. And I've been using that, and it used about 10%. So I would rate this at about 10% higher throughout the day if you don't use that app. So it would actually be at 75 now, or instead of 27%, it would be at 37% earlier in the 6 hours that I used. So it's very, very good. I enjoy it. They also have some stuff in the phone that's different. You still have the testing information, device information that you can see, battery information, all that good stuff. But also something in here, when they're in here, I guess you can slide over to call, or you can slide this way to message that person. These are just test numbers that I called, so we'll go ahead and try that. Okay, I don't really want to turn it on, but we'll go ahead and turn it on and make a call. And make a call. Alright, so you have all this stuff, and speakerphone works, recording works, end call, and then right here you have enhancing. So, wow, ICP hotline, right? Press that extra volume on, off. So, there's that. Favorites are just the same, and contacts are exactly the same. So, they have a dedicated voicemail button. Bluetooth works great. Everything really works great on this ROM. So, oops. Go into the settings of messaging. I'm not sure if this is stock Samsung, but it's really cool. If you go into the bubbles, you can change the sent bubbles and the incoming bubbles. So I thought that was really, really neat. You can limit the text messaging, list per conversation, how many items are in it. Nothing really special in here. I've never seen this before though, the emergency alerts. Presidential alerts, imminent extreme alert, severe alert, and amber alerts. I've never heard those before, but that's something different. This center clock right here, that's because I flashed it, and the Aroma installer did that. If you haven't seen the install video, go ahead and watch that if you're thinking about installing this, and you'll see it go through. You'll see it go through all the steps. Google Now is built in. You press and hold the menu key, and it pops right up. So you got your sports teams and your weather, just like Google Now is. So imagine that the Royals lost. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but not part of the ROM, but do a barrel roll. And it'll do a barrel roll. Very cool. That's an Easter egg that I found a while back. So, anyway, yeah, I don't know if there's much else to include in here. It seems pretty fast, it's pretty stable, it works really well. The camera, let's see, you can go into the settings and you can change a bunch of the different stuff. Shooting mode, single shot, burst shot, HDR, face detection, smile shot, and beauty. Your flash, your scene mode, exposure values, timers, sounds, ISO, GPS tag, etc., etc. You got these different Instagram-y kind of things right here. Where's this at? So you got a bunch of different stuff. Yellow point, or red yellow point, green point, blue point. Let's see. So green point should only do the green, as you can see back here. It's only getting that green. Blue point, I don't know why it's getting the green, but you got that, and then the yellow red point. It's getting just the yellow and the red, it looks like. Solarize, pasteurize, warm vintage, cold vintage, washed out, and negative, and all that other good junk. There's your shortcut to shooting modes, your flash, and then you can flip around to the front face and you can see my beautiful face. You got video recording options as well, normal, or you can limit for SMS, and then you got your once again you got your different effects that you can put on there. Can you flip it? Yeah, you can flip it around. Awesome. And then you can also, you could have self-recording off and on, your flash off and on, recording mode. You can change your resolution to 1080p, anti-shake, super fine, phone storage, etc., etc. I haven't had any hiccups in that, so that's actually worked really well. And one last thing, they put something in here called Jelly Bean Gallery, and that just kind of lets you save these Jelly Bean wallpapers to your gallery or set it as your wallpaper. That works too. Everything works. The only problems that I have is the Wi-Fi tethering. You have to have T-Mobile. You have to add that to your bill when I already have unlimited message or unlimited internet. So that doesn't really seem to make me happy there. You also got I disabled that gesture, I think. Yeah, so the gallery is the same as TouchWiz. So it's pretty much a stock ROM. It's really, really fast. Carrier IQ free, root access. BusyBox is super user, data/app support. It's debloated. I don't really like the boot up sound, but you can always take that out. I'm not sure exactly where that's at. And then the last thing, one of the add-ons is a CPU tuner app built in. So you flash that, it's at the bottom of the page in the second, nope, third, no. Yes, it is in the second post. It's a terminal emulator app. Or no, yeah. You have to use a terminal emulator app from the market to utilize the CPU editor built into the ROM. So what you do is type in SU, press enter, and then you type in CPU and press enter, and it gives you all these options. What's awesome is you can set the governors for the two cores individually, the max frequency for the two cores individually, the minimum frequency for the two cores individually. You can force it to run dual core all the time, and you can set your on-demand profile, which I'm going to show you here. Press 8, enter, and you can have it for performance, battery and performance, battery saver, or disable. I went ahead and put mine as battery saver, and then I disabled the soft keys. That's the only extra things that I've done. And I changed the max frequencies, but they won't stick all the time. So if I change the max frequency of CPU 1, and right now it's at 1836000, I'm going to change that to 702000, enter, enter. So that was the max frequency for CPU 1. Press 4 again. And it's not working. There we go, 4. And once again it says 1836000. So it's not sticking for some reason. Not sure what that's all about, but it seems to be working for me anyways. But yeah, that was my review for the Wicked 5 ROM with Aroma Installer. If you like it, go ahead and do me a favor and comment, rate, subscribe, click on stuff, whatever you gotta do. Thank you very much. This is Mr. Andrew, and I'll see you next time.